Hello, beautiful people. This is the part two of the video, and if not watching this on YouTube, you are watching this on my website, and you are able to see it just now. Okay, and just to leave a small notice, you can, if you don't know about my website, just hit www.santos.enoque.com, and it's going to take you here. You can just register for free and start watching my content because I post almost every day. I post more regular than on YouTube, so make sure to go check my website, guys. Let's go back to the app now. So here is where we left off with the part one, and this is the part two. What are we going to do here is first we're going to create a method of the type future. As I told you, future is that a type that means we are waiting for something. It's asynchronous, basically. And we are going to call this handle sign in. Then we are going to give this a sync to show that it's a future type and is asynchronous. So here we are going to create first preferences is equal to await shared preferences dot get instance. Then we are going to do here set, and we are going to set what is loading. No, not. We are going to set loading equal to true, correct? And then under here, we are going to create Google sign in, and then we're going to give this Google sign in equal to await Google sign in no, we did the Google sign in, sorry. Now we want to do the Google account. Yes, Google sign in account, because from here we want to get the Google sign in account, or simple put, I'll put here Google user is equal to await Google sign in now dot sign in. As simple as that. Then we are going to create another type called Google authentication, and I can call this Google auth. Okay, Google authentication, I'll just leave it like that, is equal to Google user dot authentication. Okay, we need to put await here because this is a future type. Await. And no, it's not over if you think it is. Now we have to create a Firebase user, and I'm going to give it Firebase user again, is equal to await, you guessed it, Firebase auth dot sign in with Google. Okay, and as you can see here, for the sign in with Google, you need to provide some parameters, which are the ID token, which is going to be Google authentication dot ID token. Zoom out a bit and let me try to organize this so you guys don't suffer. Then we have Google authentication again dot access token. You don't have to worry about this. It's going to be automatically generated by Google, and you just have to paste this stuff like that there. Then we want to check something. If our Firebase user is not null, meaning if he exists, let us start doing something here, and else we'll do something else. Okay, so if our user exists somehow, we'll firstly check if he is signed up. Okay, how do we do that? We are going to write a query snapshot. Basically, we're going to query our collection as I showed you before. That's why I had to show you how FireStore structure works. So it's going to be final, then query snapshot, and I'm going to call this result. It's going to be the result of the snapshot basically. Then await FireStore instance dot collection, and the name of the collection is going to be users. Okay, where ID, which is the user ID, is equal to Firebase user dot UID, user ID. I'm sorry about that. Let me close this, and I do have an error here. Let me try to see what's happening. What does it say? A value of query can be assigned a value of query snapshot. Okay, it's easy. Just write dot snapshots. Is it snapshot or get documents? No, it's get documents. Sorry, sometimes we forget the syntax. Get documents. So we're going to create, the result is going to be a final instance of what? The Firebase FireStore, and here we want to query a collection, and for this collection, the field, we want to check where the ID of that particular field is equal to the ID of the Firebase user, which we're going to gain from this. If we have that, means our user is already signed up to the application. Okay, then after this, what are we going to do is final again, and now this is going to be a list of the type document snapshots, and we can give this the name of docs or documents, depends on how you like it. I'll give it documents. The name is up to you. Is equal to result dot documents. Easy peasy. Oh, yeah. Now, there's a lot of hassle here. So there's a lot of things we have to do to make this stuff work. But okay, that's not a problem. And the other problem is that I usually hate when I have to write a lot of code without testing it. I have to write lines and lines of code and then run it. But unfortunately, for this case in particular, we have no other go. We have to write code and then we're going to test and find out if we have some bugs and fix them. Okay, now we're going to do if documents, and I'm starting to comment less. I'm noticing dot length is equal to 0 basically means if this particular user doesn't exist on our collection, what are we going to do? We are going to sign him up, basically meaning we're going to create the user and insert the user to our collection. Okay. Fire oops FireStore dot instance dot collection users. Is this the name I gave here? Users. Okay, the collection must have the same name. Then for this user, we're going to create a document which is going to be what? Firebase user dot UID, and for that we're going to set data, and our set data is going to take a map. Okay, and how is this going to work? Let me try to put this on a very good structure. How is it going to work now? Let us input some values to our map. First, our ID is going to be equal to Firebase user dot UID. Correct. And I'm having an error here. What is it saying? Missing selectors such as identifier. What? Oh, sorry. This is not supposed to be equal, it's supposed to be column key value pairs. Okay, no problem. What? Username column Firebase user dot display name, and what else can we need from the user is the photo. I'll just write profile picture and the profile picture is going to be equal to Firebase user dot photo URL. Okay, seems like there's a lot going on, because probably there is a lot going on. But here, let me take you guys a little. And if you're getting fed up from me always repeating what I just wrote and you can understand, I'm sorry, and I just want to make sure that everyone is in the same pace, because there's a lot of things going on this screen, and maybe somehow someone doesn't understand. But okay, enough of that. What's happening here? For our future handle sign in, we're going to create type of shared preferences, and say, okay, that's not the goal. Let's go straight to this. First, we're going to create a Google sign-in account type, and this is going to be a Google user. Then await Google sign in. Okay, we're going to sign this user in. Then we have Google sign-in authentication. Google sign-in authentication is going to be what? Await Google user.authentication. We're going to authenticate this user which we just signed in. And then we're going to have Firebase user. This is what we want now. It's going to be equal to Firebase authentication dot sign in with Google. And then for the ID token, we're going to have the Google sign-in authentication ID token, and then access token is going to be this. If this executes perfectly, we are going to have what? We are going to query our collection and first look for the user. If we have a certain user which the ID of the user is equal to the Firebase user ID we just got from this expression. Okay, so here we're just taking the result and assigning that to a list. If the documents.length is equal to 0, if the list is empty, meaning we don't have any user with the same ID as this one, we are going to insert that user on our Firebase collection, and this is going to work like this. Okay, if you guys have any kind of doubts after this, feel free to contact me. Okay, enough of that. There's another thing that we have to do here, which is await preferences dot set string. We'll save this into our shared preferences. ID is going to be equal to Firebase user dot UID, and then we're going to create another wait, again preferences dot set string. Username is going to be equal to what? Firebase user dot display name, and we're going to have await preferences dot set string for URL. This is we're going to use this afterwards. It's going to make it quicker to load some basic information of the user, even when the connection is not very good. Then I'm going to give here Firebase user dot display name. Okay, I think that's everything we need to have now. Now, let us come out of this. If this document does exist, meaning that the user exists, we're not going to insert him to the database. We are just going to do what? We are just going to set our shared preferences here. And here, instead of having this, we are going to have something else. We are going to have where's that documents here. We're going to have documents index 0, and what do we want from this is ID. Oops, it's supposed to be in here. ID. Let me copy this, and I'll just paste it over this stuff here. And then for the username, you're going to have your username, and finally what for the for URL we're going to have here for URL and here for URL. So if the user does exist, we'll just take the data from the document and insert that into our shared preferences. Okay. And if this is successfully done, we'll have here Flutter toast dot show toast, and the message of the toast will be login or what completed successful. Okay, logged in. Or login was successful. Okay. And then if the login was successful, then we have to do something else, which is set loading is equal to false. And before we leave here, we will need to go back to our home page, right? And probably we will need to pass some of this information to our home page, but okay, I'll see how we're going to. That's why we have all of these preferences set. Okay.